I'm jealous.
Box.
Ah!
What up? What up? What up?
Look at my
Holy
shirt,
shit.
guys.
Yeah, it's a great shirt.
Ah!
Are you crying? Why are you crying? There's no crying on streams.
It's an emotional weekend.
Was it? It was
Hi.
definitely a busy weekend. Actually,
Indeed.
we should get started. Before we start talking about our weekend, we should ask Danny and Marcus how your guys' weekend was.
Do tell.
So my weekend was how can I say, a little weird. Trying to decide on a couple of projects that I was offered whether or not to take them on. Dealing with certain people. But the projects are good, so that's like I really want to do it, but then I don't want to work with certain people, so it's like I don't know which one, which way I'm gonna go. But overall, good weekend. Man.
Word up.
That's good. Danny, how was your weekend?
I think he's away.
He's suffering with brain freeze right now.
Scream no. Well, we got King
Hello,
Matthew.
Luma.
Unfortunately sick. Well, hopefully you get better. It's good to always see you pop in and say hello in the start.
Indeed, feel better, King.
We love you.
So it looks like we have a new member, someone you all met at the show.
Indeed.
Yeah, we actually you get to see them out of costume. How you doing?
Yep.
I'm actually gonna throw up that photo that we have now of them at the show because they met them in costume.
Yay!
Shot.
It was such a fun time at the convention.
Cool.
The guy in the
Oh,
background.
great.
We didn't even notice the guy in the background, but he's absolutely loved in this photo as well.
But yeah, it was so lovely meeting her. Oh my gosh, she was so sweet, and it made
awesome.
my heart like explode with happiness. I miss you too. Like genuinely, I do. You're like one of the sweetest people I've ever met in my entire life. It was such a wonderful experience just being able to, like do that and like be a character that someone can be like, oh yay. And
I hate that I couldn't be there, man. But from the pictures, man, it looks like it was a good time, and
it was
glad that the fans
got to
come out.
It was fun. They got to see me on a trailer.
Nice.
Yes, because at Amityville Pool Toy Massacre, the trailer was debuted for Shock and All, so I was in the ending of that.
Cool.
We saw it. We went.
I was like, we know her. I was like, oh yeah, that's me.
Melissa was popping up elsewhere, and we were kind of all over the place too because the convention was changed to a hotel, and it was a rather interesting layout for a convention. Not one that I would recommend they do again because it was very congested and very. Like there was a lot of maneuvering to get to the rooms. Like we didn't even get to see all of the vendor rooms because it was that hard to work. Like obviously we were working,
packed too.
It was hard to get through some of the spaces. They had not just vendor booths in the hallways, but like actual celebrities and guests in the hallways as well. So like it was really tight squeeze for some of these.
Yeah, well, I mean they had
news about it. I think it was. Since it was so packed, everyone only had one avenue to go down. So you were meeting people that you probably would never have been able to speak to otherwise. Like again, we met the one of the guitarists from Def Leppard. Yeah. And just by a complete, we walked past his booth and I started air guitaring with the Bat. And then he was like, oh my gosh, hey, what's up, guys? And, he asked us about Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Wait, Jericho was
No,
He's best friends with Chris Jericho.
Oh,
So he actually called them and was like, "Hey, these guys are your fans."
Yeah, no, that was super duper cool. And like again, like we got a broken drumstick signed by the drummer of Kiss, I believe, and so it was a really weird situation where like even though it was super packed, it was just like, damn, like wow, I can't believe I'm standing next to like 3 different celebrities right now because they are also trying to get through.
Yeah.
Gods of the music industry. I didn't have my Def Leppard shirt on, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I was rocking these shirts.
Now you'd be surprised with the cons, man. Like, people
there we go.
that grew up watching or admiring stuff, and you just become. I mean, we're all human. We all put our pants on. They just got more zeros in the bank than we do. But I remember Monster Mania I went to, and it was an awesome experience because certain celebrities that were there. We had a whole section. Noah, you remember the bar, right? In the Delta Hotel?
Yeah.
Downstairs bar, the main bar. We had a whole section, the whole Terrifier family. We had a whole section. And here comes Stephen Dorff and James Courtney.
Nice.
And like one other person came and just sat with us. and I'm like, I'm sitting here next to Paul. He's talking about he's a fan of Terrifier.
Yeah, nice.
Like, so yeah, I love going to the conventions, man.
I know conventions are so fun.
Yeah, just even meeting the fans, like it's just, and I'm one like like with Mike and Steve and them, man, and even Dave are trying to get me more active in like signing autographs and taking pictures. That's not me because I don't like the attention like that. Like I get a little nervous meeting people like that. But I love the fact that, like me, who's a fan of other projects and stuff, seeing people react to our projects. So I wish I was there to see, the fans react to the stream and the game for sure.
We found someone who was like super interested as well. Her name is Debbie. She had like this whole obsession ensemble. She made like her own jean jacket and like had a bunch of homemade props, and she was handing out little cats in remembrance of Sandy.
It
was such a good experience, and we also ended up lucking out too because we were in one booth right in like the middle, and then people behind us ended up not showing up, so we just hijacked their booth, and then we ended up being on both sides. One side for testing, and the other side had like the Red Dukes products and all of the shirts and other stuff that we were showcasing.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Well, to add on top of that, guys, some of you know or may not know that I used to tour in my 20s doing music. I used to do metal.
Nice.
And I was the lead vocalist for, doing that hard stuff. And speaking of meeting people like this in bands and whatnot, so we opened up for Trivium, Vela Maya, In Flames, and King in Ybor City in Tampa. And who was on the floor watching us in this crowded side stage was Vela Maya. They hung out with us and drank beers with us after our set before they went on. And then Chris Barnes from the original singer of Cannibal Corpse.
Oh,
we got to meet him. Yeah, we got to meet a bunch of people in the music industry just from our show. And it was crazy because we were, I was the oldest and I was like probably 22, right? I was the oldest in the band. So, I mean, it was kind of like, oh my God, for us. So,
dude, yeah. I still get starstruck, man. Because like even at Days of the Dead back in January, February, I was with Felissa Rose and Dave Sheridan.
Great too.
I love her. I want to meet her in person. Like,
Felissa is amazing, man. So Felissa we took a break from their table, and Felissa wanted to meet Jane Levy. And I'm a huge Jane Levy fan since Shameless, and then she was in Evil Dead and Don't Breathe, and dude, I just like once she came in, she was screaming and hugging Felissa and stuff like this, and Felissa introduced me to her, and she was like, "Hey, this is Marcus. He's like my little brother. We work together." And dude, I couldn't even speak. I was just sitting there like, I was like a deer in the headlights, man. One, because she's dropped me a gorgeous in person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I always had, like she's one of my celebrity crushes. But dude, I just froze.
That's awesome.
I was like,
Well, not to mention,
Yeah,
she's also like one of the sweetest people too. So she'll just come
Yeah,
right up
she
to
was
you,
super
give you
cool,
a hug.
Oh
Awesome.
yeah. Wait, did we meet her?
You didn't. You were up at the booth or you were up at the table when she was doing the panel, but we didn't have an opportunity to go and talk to her. I think.
What do you mean? Well, whenever we
You-
were
you-
going by with the players, we went by and met her, didn't
Yeah,
we?
we actually stopped at her table. We
Yeah,
stopped at her table.
He-
She was with
he
the dark
actually
hair.
Gave us hugs.
You had an
Yes.
interaction with player 6, not as oh, actually, I think there might be a picture of that as well.
which is
Yeah,
which is awesome.
No, unfortunately,
And
we
she
don't
was
have it.
talking about just
We have more
drinking
photos
on the set of Terrifier, and I was like, I need to meet our stream, and I was like, I want to hang out with her. She seems fun.
Oh, yeah, she's great. Yeah, Felissa is great. Man.
Yeah.
She knows how to have a good time.
That's awesome, dude.
We also had while we were there, we had a bunch of people or a bunch of the cast stop in and play the game as well, and they were all like, they're gonna be getting it once it comes out as well. I was like, that's what we want to hear.
It was
Yeah.
really trippy. Like just with all of us in mask and costume playing this.
Dude, it was so cool.
Did they play as
I love
themselves,
them.
or you all switched it up?
Oh yeah,
I
we
think-
played as our characters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Which was it was really funny because I think something happened with player 4 where like won't share like super duper specifics of the game, but he has a certain power up in the game sort of, and whenever he found out he could use that, he was like, whoa.
Yeah, you guys
Marcus
look great. Yeah. Look at
Yeah,
Noah in the
Marcus.
back, looking
That
like
was
a cool
like-
kid.
Yeah, it was
You know,
fun.
being all
Look
official.
at him being a cool kid.
Look at my walk. Look, I got a walkie. Who cares about the players? I got a walkie, an official walkie.
I kind of chuckled because I was looking at player 3's weapon, and I was like, yes, I made my weapon good, because it was like theirs.
Oh,
You
yeah.
guys know
You
switch
have a
weapons, didn't you?
smattering of weapons that are awesome.
It was
And
so
she was
cool.
awesome.
I think
That's
player
really
1
cool.
got to hold the bat, which was really
Dude,
cool. I don't think we got a picture of it though, unfortunately.
I
I'm
love
not
it, man.
I'm honestly not sure. But we had
Yeah,
Here's
Lucas,
Mike.
you look really good.
Oh yeah, I do.
Nah,
It's better than your real face, dog. Wear that mask all the time.
See, y'all gotta send me this picture. Y'all gotta send me.
Well, yours is covered,
yours
and I'm on the
this is
corner
one of
right
my
now.
favorite. This is one of my favorite photos of the night that we got. But we have so many
That's
good
cute.
photos. Everyone was loving the costumes and what we were doing.
Yeah, I wish
After a while,
we did do our costumes for the second day, but it was just so like slow that like
Yeah.
we would have
Yeah,
been
it wasn't
standing
worth
around
it.
for a lot of it, unfortunately. But it would have been really fun to just have like a really like decent day of us just going around like scaring people and shit. That would have been so cool.
Yeah. Speaking
Yeah, it
of
would've
which, if you
been
guys
cool if
want to
we could-
support,
Yeah, there we go.
You can go follow us on GameFound, guys. For
Yep.
those of you who have not, but I assume that all of you have.
Most people have.
Yeah, and one of these days we're probably gonna play it on stream. You know, we'll probably play
That'll be
it
a lot of fun
all
to do.
together if we can get enough people in a room.
Yeah, hopefully we can get like the players back out again.
Yeah,
And
that would
even
be
not-
nice.
Not even in costume, just to come out and just play, because
Yeah.
it would be a real fun time.
I'll have to talk
remember-
to other Marcus.
Slay bond.
I am a
Yeah,
train
slay
market
bond.
in the role of a lifetime. Also, guys, if you do end up supporting us on GameFound, then you can get the cool shirts like this, and I can
Yes.
show you a couple of other designs we got because we have this one, the R-rated shirt, which
Yeah,
I gotta say,
very,
is my
very,
personal
very
favorite.
cool
I love the
shirt.
red; it's such a good color. But
It makes me very happy to see that shirt, honestly. 'cause
It
it's
is.
so
yeah.
It
simple.
is a fun shirt.
it's also very comfy too. I'm very
Mhm.
comfortable in the shirt. However, these shirts are just as comfortable as well.
oh yeah, it looks good.
Player 6 shirts. Dude, they're so nice in person too. We have people
Nice.
asking about these shirts, like, "Oh, are you selling them?" I was like, "No, not yet, but we will be soon." And they just look so good.
Yeah, they look very, very good. So please scan the QR code. Support us. We
For
would love
real.
you guys.
Indeed.
Please scan the QR code that's up on the screen, whichever corner.
I
it
might
is.
make some more
We don't know.
pins.
I don't know if you guys can hear my dogs barking, but they're
We
having a
cannot.
fun
No, no.
time out there.
All right, so let's
What's your
get
children
into the topics today.
Yes, please.
So the
Oh,
back rooms.
yeah.
The back rooms. I'm
I
new
was
to
just
it.
scrolling to find a comment.
I am new to it. I went and saw it last Thursday night. Didn't know anything about it on YouTube outside of like what Lukas and Noah shared about it. And as a going into it blind, I really enjoyed the movie, but I left like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
But
it's a thinker.
That's not a bad thing. Like, I really enjoyed the film. The film was it was tense. It wasn't like gory or anything like that, like most horror movies today, but it kept everybody on the edge and tripping out in the movie theater. It had some good laughs in it. Chiwetel Ejiofor is always great.
Yeah. Oh my
as
God.
an actor.
Fantastic in this movie.
Yeah, man. Like he played the hell out this role.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, so what I'll say, being a fan of the Backrooms and all the stuff that happens with it, and like knowing a lot about what goes on, I think actually Melissa, while we were at the hotel, heard me listening to my lore video that I listened to in my sleep. And I chose the Backrooms for that night.
You nerd.
But I really like it. I think the things that they introduced in this one were really interesting. The ideas and stuff of it being less of just like this space, but more so it's like a memory. And they go down that rabbit hole. Like, the more you remember something, the less clear it becomes. So then you see why all these different rooms look so misshapen. Some of them are like warping smaller, some of them are getting bigger, some of them just drop 100 feet down into nothing. There's the bathtubs, there's the pools rooms, there's a whole bunch of different floors, and all of them are just really poor remembrances of what these rooms were. Give me 1 second.
I can tell though, like, this has potential. I mean, I hope it makes some money so it could branch off into more stories, because I want to know more about the lore and some of those other rooms. And even Mark Duplass's in this movie. For those who don't know who he is, he's the star and writer, and I'm not sure if he directed it. I know he wrote it. The Creep 1 and 2 and the Creep tapes.
Yeah.
He's great in those. So like, I was curious about his character in this movie. So yeah, I want to know more about it. So I think I might go down that rabbit hole and check out the videos on YouTube if they're still available.
Definitely check them out.
But I would love to check out more movies, or at least a series out of it. Come out. So
that's what I'm hoping for a lot of. I'm hoping that this gets a lot more mainstream releases where they can actually throw a shit ton of money at Kane so he can do all the different things that he wants to do. Because I love the way that his mind works with this series, because he adopts the very number one rule of writing, I guess, which is don't go with the first thing. The first thing is always too easy. And he's talked about it a lot in like interviews, and I love listening to his interviews because he's just so young and like so full of like ideas, and it's so easy to see where he wants to take a lot of this stuff, and I'm down for the ride. The movie being a very good example, I'd say.
Now I know 420 Slayer said he heard the movie is boring.
Yeah.
I feel like
it could be seen as that way. I could
like I won't jump down people's throats and say like, hey, if
you just don't get it.
Oh no, not that. I was gonna say, like, if they're looking for like instant gratification, this ain't for them,
this movie takes
it takes
its time, but it gets to where it needs to go in like some very, very creative ways.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Again, I left like, what the hell did I just watch and what's going on? But I like that because I want to know more about it.
Gotcha. Let me ask you guys this.
It would be different. Oh, hold on, one more thing, Danny. It would be different if it was just like a bad film, and I'm like, what the hell did I just watch? Like, you know what I mean? But no,
if it was a slog, that would be something. Yeah. But it was slow with purpose.
Yeah.
Go ahead, let me ask you guys this: is this something that you have to do homework for, or do you feel?
Hold on.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, Marcus. Since you already had this experience of saying like you're intrigued, you are like, all right, let's dive deeper into this. Do you feel the general masses would share your view, or be more like, what did I just watch, and just leave it alone?
I'll say this. For the younger generation that have not seen the videos on YouTube, then they will be like, nah, this is boring. This ain't it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Our generation, older generation, like who doesn't care about instant gratification and stuff like that, that really like, and like you're a cinephile like me, like you'll be like, yeah, this is something I'm interested in, like curious about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Not
I
something
think
you
it'll be
do homework
split.
on,
I
but
think
something
it'll
that'll
be
make you want to
divided.
do homework on, is what you're saying.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I'm like almost the complete opposite idea for Marcus on this one. I think this is just while this movie can definitely be a lot to take in if like your first, it's meant to be overwhelming. It's meant to be an overwhelming thing to go down, especially the Backrooms being as large as it is. It's literally never ending. So it's meant to be the most overwhelming thing that you could experience, and getting lost in that is supposed to be like
The point.
You'd go insane.
Yeah.
But you know, I think that people are gonna watch this movie. They're gonna either be really interested and go and seek out the lore themselves, or they're probably just gonna be like, oh, I'll wait for a sequel, and hopefully they really come out with another one, and it'll be, you know, just as good as this one. Because I think this movie's really good. I don't think it's the best movie of the year, but I think it's definitely up there for one of them.
It's enjoyable. It's very enjoyable.
It's just so goddamn interesting, and that's like such an overused word.
Oh God! Please no! Don't bring that up. No.
It's definitely not Passenger. Like I was so disappointed with Passenger, man, and I had high hopes.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's definitely not like Passenger, but like Lukas said, it's not the best movie or best horror movie, but it's entertaining, and I feel like, you know,
it's got some weird shit.
Yeah.
It's got some weird shit that some people probably won't be all for, but you know, if you like the idea and you like sort of like half found footage, half like supernatural, otherworldly horror, then you'd probably be into this.
And if you're a fan of Chiwetel, like I am, then you'll love him in this. So.
Oh yeah, if you like Baron Mordo, your favorite.
My personal favorite role of his is Four Brothers. He played Victor Sweet.
Oh yeah, Four Brothers was fantastic.
He was really good in that movie. Yeah.
He's just great in a lot. Like,
and then he was
almost
good in
everything
Serenity and what was the show that it was based on? Serenity.
Firefly.
Yeah, Firefly. Yeah, he was in Firefly.
Was he in Firefly?
Yeah. Or he was in a movie. I can't remember if he was on the show.
I got you. Yeah, Backrooms, solid watch. If you haven't seen it, go give it a watch. You know, I did my best not to spoil anything, so if anybody does feel spoiled,
I do like your guys' idea about playing the games.
Yeah. I did bring up the idea that there's a game that recently came out, and if it's possible for some of us at least, I want to try and get us on stream to play it, because I think that'd be
nice.
fun.
Yeah,
nice, cool.
Because it's also multiplayer, so
yeah.
Awesome.
So more news, since we're on the subject of horror movies. We got Hill Danny in the house.
Oh boy.
Yeah. You got some bullshit opinions on Obsession. Please.
Yeah. So he's about to go in on
got some bad takes incoming, gang.
So go ahead and take it.
I should have get my Macho Man glasses. We're like infinite parallel universes.
So what you got for us, man?
No, man. So my take on Obsession was this: is that it wasn't a terrible movie. I think it's overhyped of movie of the year only because that Marcus, Dave, and I, and then also Noah and Lukas, and then also Melissa getting into more of the cine stuff. There's a couple of things that made it drag too long for me that could have been better with small tweaks. And that's the problem I have. Because I'm like, dude, it doesn't need something grandiose. It doesn't need something big to make it excellent. And I could have been like, hands down, yes, is definitely movie of the year. And for some of the you that don't know where I'm getting, I'll give you a couple examples. Is that you can flip it however you want to, but there is no true act 1 or act 2. So literally, you just have an entire long act 1, and it jumps to 3. And this is what I mean. For those of you that haven't seen it, do the spoiler warning. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, the movie's been out for a week already.
Why is it not?
Yeah.
Where is it? No!
You've been warned.
All right, you've been warned. If no one wants to get spoiled, please mute me the whole nine. I don't know, right? But here's the deal: the wish was made too fast, in my opinion, in the beginning, and so immediately it just drags because there's no build up to it. You don't know who Nikki is. You don't know. You just know this guy is super obsessed with her in the beginning, and all of a sudden he just makes this wish. There's no build up to it, no nothing. And then instead of having more of a descendance of her insanity, because you saw only in the beginning of her coming in and out once or twice, and then now she's just full blown crazy. And it's kind of like if we had more of that, she's normal Nikki, and then she has these moments of the crazy one, normal, boom, 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 and then finally into the craziness. It'd be a better build up into the third act. Does that make sense? Because then now you have a full descendants, and now the stakes are higher. And on top of that, I felt like they did a slight reveal too late. When she is sleeping and she's like, please kill me, she's asleep, don't wake her up. That happened too late in the movie for me. Like that should have happened way earlier. And then because you see how much of an asshole he is when his question was, what's wrong with loving me and being with me? And she's just like, I've never been with you, right? She's like, I don't know, I've never been with you. And he still walked away, right? If that happened earlier in the movie, it's like, damn, not only is she fucked up with this wish, he's actually fucked up in the head. Do you see what I'm saying? So like those small little tweaks to the movie can make the build up even bigger than what it was. Instead of just one long act.
My argument to that though, if it would have happened sooner, as far as her, her saying kill me, it wouldn't have made sense because then it wouldn't have seemed like she would have been inside, trapped in her body, seeing what this entity was doing. You know what I mean? Like she wouldn't experience the craziness first, and then she wouldn't have had a reason to be like, take me out. You know what I mean?
Well, this is what I'm saying is this is why the buildup needed to happen with normal Nikki more. We should have got to know normal Nikki more. Does that make sense? Because all of this shit is just crazy Nikki. And then now she's just like, oh, this, and you don't. For me, I didn't even feel for Nikki because I don't know who she is.
See, you know what I mean? For me, I got everything in the exposition in the dialogue. For me,
man,
it worked.
It was just
for me, it worked.
Because
not to feel for Nikki in general though, because I mean, like we only get to learn from Nikki from the perspective of other people, and I think that's the intention. Is that we only get to learn from people who are untrustworthy and unreliable sources. Yeah. Because you have one person who's sleeping with her on the side and not being honest about it. Yep. You have Sarah who has feelings for Bear and not fully admitting it. And then you have Bear who's in love with her. The only person who doesn't get to tell you who Nikki is Nikki. And I think that's the point. The entirety of the movie is about her autonomy not being heard and not being that's the whole reason why you
like I said, I understand that. But like I said, it would have been better, honestly, hands down. It would have been better if you had a true act 1, 2, and 3 instead of a long act 1 right into 3. There was no build up whatsoever to the point I was just like, okay, what's happening? Like, okay, what's happening? It felt like it was a longer pace.
No, I can see your argument.
You know what I mean? And that's where I was coming from. Other than that,
the way it worked, I think the reason why it worked for me is because it went against the norm of a typical movie, you know, following the acts. Like this felt more realistic as like if this would have happened in real life. Like, hey, you go to a store and somebody tells you about a trinket, and you're like, yeah, whatever, boom. You know, you give it a try, no belief in it, you you just don't give a shit about it, and then everything starts happening. That's reality. So I kind of like the approach that it did, but I get where you're coming from. Like what you say is
and I could
100% valid. Yeah.
And I can appreciate that viewpoint. It's just that also, if you want to, because me and you are older, Marcus, we've seen this type of stuff before with like the monkey's paw thing and the whole nine. You know what I mean? And which it was a slower descent until things got really fucked up, and that's what intrigued you more and pulled you in more. So for me, that all those minor tweaks, and literally they're minor. This is not saying that the movie's garbage, right? Is literally it was a decent movie, could have been an even better one with minor tweaks, but this dude, they had so many limitations, and I can understand this too. Now let's get out of the fan watching, right? Now let's get into the producer side watching, right? You and I know, Marcus, that when it comes to budget, you got mad limitations of what you can work with. So that I totally understand as well. And what they did on that budget, absolutely phenomenal. I cannot argue with that. Dude, they're blowing away what we said with Hollywood, right? Hollywood needs to learn from these folks that you don't need multi-million-dollar budgets to make a good freaking movie. You do not need to recreate an IP and do, requels and all this other jazz, right? You don't. Original ideas still work if they're executed properly. So the only heel stuff that I have is that, yes, I felt like it dragged. It felt like it was boring in the middle. But other than that, I know people argued about the ending, saying that, oh, we don't like the ending because it was dark. You know me, Marcus. I love that fucking ending. That ending was incredible. I love that ending. The only thing, because I'm psychotic in the head. The only thing though that I could see it possibly being, for me personally, I'm not saying anybody else, for me personally to enjoy it even more the way it is, just the way it is, right? If we didn't do all those tweaks that I said, the only one other minor tweak that I would have enjoyed it and be like, oh, is, remember, before he OD'd on the pills, he took one pill. If that one pill made it all go away and he was imagining this shit in his head and he was the crazy one the whole time, I would have been like, oh my fucking God, right? That it was just him being psychotic and everything else, and his obsession with Nikki is what made him go crazy like that. I thought that would have been fucking cool as fuck. But dude, I love the ending. I love that ending. That ending was beautiful. But yeah,
the ending was really good. She was actually supposed to die as well, but they ended up changing it at the end. I don't know what the exact. I think everyone was telling Kirby Barker to keep that ending. And in the new movie that he's doing, we're gonna find out what happens to Nikki in his paranormal movie that he's doing. I don't know. I personally don't know how I feel about finding out the fate of her character. I mean, like, but it is interesting because maybe we'll get more of an explanation as to what was possessing her body in this upcoming movie.
So I'm confused though. That's really interesting, Noah, because all the interviews I recently saw, he came out and said it wasn't an entity possessing her. He said that it was just magic, right? It was just magic forcing her against her will. But then when they talked about doing a sequel or the fates of these characters or anything, he said he didn't want to touch it at all. And he said he rather did an anthology series for a show that each episode could be a different director with new characters and just different outcomes.
See, I would
right?
be for that.
And so for him to come out saying that as well, you know what I mean? It's kind of like mixed messages.
It must mean that he has an interest. He has what he thinks is an interesting idea for it. And honestly,
maybe. I'm just confused when directors say this stuff, and guys, forgive me, but Marcus understands what I'm talking about. Is that if you really don't know, just say you don't know, right? Be like, oh, there's many, many possibilities, instead of saying, I'm thinking of doing this right now, right? You can always change your mind and just say, hey, I changed my mind. Maybe we can jump back into it, instead of different interviewees giving different answers. Does that make sense? Because then it gets kind of confusing. It's just like, wait, do you actually know? Do you not know? Like, what's going on? Because the anthology series, that one intrigued me the most. That one intrigued me the most. I think that'd be badass that, like Noah said, you don't know the fate, you don't know anything. That story's done. Moving on.
Cool. Well, in other news, moving on. I don't know if any of you all are fans of the Underworld franchise. Me personally, I like the first 3 movies, and that's it.
Yeah, and that was it.
Yeah, the last 2 were just but Kate Beckinsale is now supposed to be starring in George Romero's last zombie film, Twilight of the Dead.
Yep.
So I'm curious to see how this is going to turn out. Originally, I think Mila Jovovich was supposed to be in it.
Yes, it was Mila Jovovich, and it was Brad Anderson that was supposed to direct it. But now it's going to go to a brotherly duo, Doran and I don't know how to say his last name, Yovi Paz from the Golem. So they are actually going to be directing it, and Kate Beckinsale is going to be starring in it. But you know, this is supposed to be the end of his zombie
saga.
Yeah, the whole saga of it, and you know, it was. I don't know. It didn't sound like it's like an actual script. It sounds like it was like parts that he had written, like because it said the remnants of his project. So kind of interested to see what's going to happen.
I know he has some years back. I think it was around 2015, 2016. That he was involved, like right before he passed away, he was involved in a comic book series that they took from some of his work. So I'm wondering if they're going to adapt some of that, which was cool because that little series was actually pretty good, pretty fun.
And I also was reading that he had done he was supposed to do the Resident Evil movies, but apparently it got axed. But there's a documentary you can watch about it that came out last year.
His whole treatment is out there. Yeah, you can find the whole treatment out there.
So maybe somehow, some way that'll get revamped again or something fun done with it.
Interesting.
The pleasure of meeting him before he passed away, man. He was such a cool guy.
I did not.
Oh, he was awesome. I got to meet him, like talking about Comic-Cons. Like I got to meet him at a Monster Mania, and it was funny because, me and my friends ended up partying in his room with his agent, and they had given him jungle juice, and this man only drinks scotch on the rocks and never had jungle juice before. So we basically got him blitzed, and I know at one point he just turned at me and looked at me and goes, "You're very pretty." I was like, "Oh my God, thank you." So it was he was a really cool guy, and like
he was.
You know,
he was like, he was my Stan Lee of horror.
That's a fair comparison, I think.
He was my Stan Lee.
Kate Beckinsale is a really great actress, underrated actress too, in my opinion. Because if you saw her in other things, except for I mean, even in Underworld she was great, but even to other roles that she had, right? She's always been an underrated actress. Yeah, she's an underrated actress. I think she can do very, very well in this film.
Yep.
But we just got to see if it's done correctly, like we were just talking about. If it's done correctly, I've been waiting for a good zombie film. I'm not a fan of anything past 28 Days Later in that series. Obviously, the Resident Evil movies, I'm like, blah. I just feel like we have been not given something good lately when it comes to zombie films. The new Resident Evil, like I said, could be good. Even though my opinions on it because I'm a Resident Evil fan, doesn't mean it's not going to be a good zombie film. Could be a great zombie film, right? But I really hope this does pan out, man, because I love zombie films. I love zombie shows. I love zombie video games, right? That's why I was so hard on The Last of Us, because I was like, damn it, man. Like you were saying, Noah, one of the main games that made you absolutely terrified of the zombies was that damn game, dude. And it could have been way better in the show. It really, really was.
I will say the Last of Us. I do want to include it. We were talking about it because of the way that the hotel looked, but one of the first games that scared the shit out of me with zombies is The Last of Us 2, or Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah.
I played Left 4 Dead 2 before the first one for some reason.
Really?
But Left 4 Dead 2, that hotel, fucking awesome, bro. Like that whole thing.
Something that deserves a quadrilogy of movies, I believe.
Oh, dude, it could be a great show, dude. I mean, even Left 4 Dead 1, I remember when it first came out, and me and the boys were playing it, me and my friends. And dude, it was one of those that if you heard that witch crying, you're like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, shut up. Don't do anything.
Wait, don't wake the bitch. Don't do it.
Because you had a horde, bro.
I'm gonna shoot her.
I think
I was that person, but I aced it. 2 pistols ain't nothing.
There you go. But no, I just think that Left 4 Dead, what they did different than Resident Evil is that each like bigger zombie character, like the witch or the boomer or anything, like you were screwed, man, because you had a horde of zombies just running at you if you messed with them, man. And it was scary. It was scary because it's just like it wasn't just one or one's around the corner or whatever. You're like, oh, there's an army running after me. Oh God.
So just keep firing the pistols. They're infinite ammo.
If you shot the boomerang, you're getting acid on you no matter what.
Yeah, don't shoot the belly.
I had one. Yeah, I had one thing. Like, I think it was in 2 when they were in the mall. The last, the last scene. I called it the Hail Mary play. If it was just me and like my other friend and like the bots, because if you were in the elevator and you shot the bot right before the elevator goes up, you'll see your like the computer just float up in the air for no reason. It's not even in the elevator.
That's funny.
And the best was Gnome. Oh my God, Gnome Ski. Yeah, that trek was so much fun. Like
28 inches later.
He doesn't. He doesn't.
I brought that up because I feel like the first 28 years later is more of a zombie movie than the second one is, because the second one you get more like life cycle progression and more characters in that one. And with the first 20 years later being a zombie film, the zombies were good. I didn't like it that much though. Like I didn't like the first 28 years later. I like the second one, but the second one to me feels less like a zombie movie than the first one was.
Yeah, and that's why I enjoyed 28 Days, man. 28 Days.
Yeah.
Like even if you get a scratch, I mean, one of the first scenes when you see the dude with the cut on his arm, and then she just does not hold back. She just chops dude up because she's like,
"Oh no,
you're
that was a bite. That was a bite."
Was it a bite?
Yeah, it was a total full blown bite. You see the marks. Yeah.
I thought it was just a cut, but yeah. But my point is that no matter what, if it's a scratch, a bite, or whatever, you were turning. I mean, I told you guys my favorite scene was the blood in the eye.
Yeah.
Dude, that was insane, man.
It was heartbreaking to watch. That was a heartbreaking scene to watch. Get away!
Yep. Oh man.
Since we're on the subject of zombies,
I can't agree with any of. Oh, sorry, I can't agree with any of y'all. I like all these movies except for Weeks. So
I like Weeks.
The best zombie film. The best zombie film still to this day for me is Shaun of the Dead, baby. Hell yeah, hell yeah, brother.
I love Shaun of the Dead, but man, Dawn of the Dead 2004 is my movie.
Yeah, of course. I'm just throwing that
out. Great ass movie.
I did like Zombieland.
Zombieland was cool. I love the
storage
rules.
Is actually good.
Oh yeah,
the rules.
Oh yeah, it was really good.
I laughed so hard when they were like cardio. I was like, oh man, it was brilliant.
So since we're on the subject of zombies, I'm gonna switch it up. We'll stay on it. But speaking of 28 years later, Danny Boyle hopes to film the third film next year.
Thank God.
Yes, I did hear about that.
I need to see the end of this story. I need to.
Especially since you bring
I'm
Cillian Murphy back.
I don't get it. I was really gripped by Spike's story from the first one. I love the story that they're telling with Spike, where he has to grow up in this world, and this is basically literally all he knows. And like he hasn't known a normal childhood except for like his Power Ranger action figure, which is why the last scene of that movie makes sense. Is all foreshadowing. No, I'm not saying
it didn't make sense. We get the movie. That's the thing. We understand the movie. We don't like it. You're
lame for it. But
that's fine. You can be wrong and have your own opinion.
Exactly.
Exactly. Movies were directed really well, though, is my thing. They have such a style to them, and it's really obvious to see. And some people sure don't like it. It's just. To me, 28 years later feels like him going back to do 28 days later, just with more, story in mind. Because he had a set story for the first movie, and it pretty much ended exactly how he wanted it to, with almost zero, and I'm pretty sure zero studio interference. And it was amazing. It came out amazing, and this move, the first 28 years later, he did again with like almost zero studio interference, because he was really heavy on I want to make my movie, and he was able to. I think it came out really cool. The boner temple, the
boner temple.
So I'm curious with this third one, like, okay, are they going to bring Aaron
Bone
Taylor
Temple's
Johnson
good.
back as Spike's dad? Like, you know, he just
there's a lot of story
totally
left untold
absent.
because of
Yeah.
What's going to
Well,
happen
if it's 28 years later, how old is the dad? There's the question.
Well, the
no,
Spike's
that's-
dad
it's
is
part of
in
the trilogy.
20. Yeah.
So,
Spike is
okay.
the
yeah,
main
this
character in the
trilogy is
movie.
all like within probably a week of each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the last few, so.
I want to see how that story ends, because Aaron Taylor Johnson's dad character interacting with Cillian Murphy's character might be interesting, just because they are such very different people. And in a way, like, the character that the dad plays is a lot like Cillian Murphy's character in the first movie, where he's very like he's practically skitching, like he's skitching out a lot, and he's just drinking heavily. He's like, he's not, I don't know, he's not being the person that he's supposed to be yet. And I'm hoping that this is one of those things where Cillian Murphy's character gets to have a reflection of what he used to be, and we get to see even more of how his journey has progressed.
Not only that, I'm curious to know, since they introduced his daughter, I was like, okay, what happened to Selena?
Yeah.
First movie, what happened to Naomi Harris's character, you know, Selena? Because in the comics, Jim died. And Selena, in the comics, it follows Selena. And so what happened was Jim got killed by, remember the military group at the end of the first movie? The major that Hannah backed the car up and the zombie came and got him. I mean, the infected came and got him. His friend was a rogue general, and his friend was tracking Jim, Selena, and Hannah down, and he killed Jim in the comics.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to know what happens to Selena in this movie, or if they even bring her back.
And
if they brought her back.
Another thing, let's not forget the bombshell that happened in the Bone Temple when they cured one of the alpha zombies. Like, it's insane. Sorry for the spoiler, 420 Slayer, but it's been out for a couple of months, almost a year. But no, it with that being introduced, like, we rarely see a cure actually work out in these movies, and like actually for sure cure it, because he even got bit later and it still wasn't turning him. Yeah, which is
because he still has the virus within him. His brain just reactivated.
Yeah,
from the rage within, which I did think that was I actually liked that story the most so far. Beautiful. I think that was my I think that was my favorite arc in that movie, was him with
regaining his humanity.
His arc. Yeah. I like that a lot. I like that in the movie. He also was quite terrifying to see in the dark. Like, he's just a big man with big hair. Like, he's got covered in blood. He's just fucking terrifying. Although such a great actor too, because you got a lot of emotion from him, and he barely had any lines.
And hey, the guy from Sinners, the main vampire from Sinners, he did a fantastic job in that movie too. He was a maniacal son of a bitch. He really was.
So it makes me wonder though, like, with the alpha being cured, like, is it going to be like how was 28 Weeks Later set up, where the one kid and the mom had what do they call it, heterochromia, and they kept the virus at bay, but they still spread it, but they didn't get infected, but they could spread it.
Gotcha. So they were basically a host. They were infected as a host, but it didn't affect them.
Yeah. They're like the Left 4 Dead survivors. They're carriers.
Yeah. So here's my thing, and I'll let Marcus move on. But have you guys heard of this rumor? And it's almost confirmed. Which for me, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about it. Speaking of zombie movies, is that they're supposed to do a I Am Legend 2, and Will Smith is returning. And so when they interviewed him, they're like, "Didn't you die in the first one?" And he goes,
"In the theatrical cut."
Exactly. He goes, "Yes. However, there's an alternate ending that's supposed to be the real
which
ending,
is much better than the theatrical cut."
Yeah, and then when the zombie basically just took his wife and left, and he survives. So allegedly, the second one, vampire. Excuse me, thank you. But do you know what I'm saying? Like, allegedly, this is going to continue on without him dying. So how do you guys feel about that? I feel weird about it.
I mean, for the people that don't know, go ahead.
Sorry, yeah, I was gonna say it. I also saw the ending I saw both endings as a kid. I also like the ending where he lives. It does make more sense that he was able to do the thing that he was trying to do, which was actually cure them and reduce that rage that they have as well.
Well, It was a big thing about that he couldn't see their humanity anymore, so he thought of them as like
monsters,
like rabid animals, basically.
Yeah,
but I think I think it's gonna complicate things, but I also don't know how because if you have younger generations going in, I don't know how much they're going to care as much as like people already seen it. Like I being a part of that younger generation, but I saw it. I think it's gonna confuse some people because you already have people confused on the internet, so some people some people might be turned away from this, I think, because of that idea. Some people are like, why does Will Smith need to come back if he's dead? Because the main production, all the movies the movies that come out, the main ending you get is the ending of him dying, even if it's not the intended ending. That's the one that they went with. So people are gonna see it. They're gonna see these eyes like that doesn't make sense. And I would imagine that not every copy or release of I Am Legend on DVD or Blu-ray has the alternate ending. I mean, I could be wrong, but
the DVD to your point is a deleted scene. So if you went to the deleted scenes on the DVD, you got to see that ending.
Yeah.
I guess they wanted it to be closer to the book. That's why they kept him alive. And then the one thing that the movie didn't do, that the book and Charleston Heston movie did, was the vampires. The reason why it was called I Am Legend, the vampires considered Robert a legend because of all the vampires he killed, and he was immune. Basically, he was like Van Helsing. Basically, he was the Van Helsing of the world, basically. Like, he's legendary. But in the book, man, he goes through some, they torture that man. And I hope this movie goes into that. If they do it.
Well, I think if anything, this movie's definitely going to have some recompense for what happened in the first movie. So hopefully, again, like you're saying, I hope that does happen, because if it, taken from the source, as we've said, is a great idea. But I'm not sure if I'm interested in a second one, only for the fact that in the movie, both the endings, both of them are just so final in their own ways. Like the original one is beautiful in its own way. Like the mother and the son find safe passage to whatever safe zone or whatever. And Will Smith sacrifices himself for them, basically. And it is beautiful in its own way. But the second one being far more beautiful, in my opinion, it's just like him being able to see the humanity in these creatures that he thinks of. But I also just don't really see it going past that. That's just like a good story to tell, rather than trying to continue it for whatever reason.
Michael B. Jordan's gonna be in
There's
it.
there's possibilities. I'm not saying it. Right. I'm not saying it'll be awful. If it's good, sure. But
so moving on, we got news about Damien Leone doing Tortures of the Damned with Sam Raimi. So a little inside news. I knew about this years ago of Damien potentially working with Sam Raimi. So now that the news is finally out, I'm glad that it is confirmed that this is the project. I just remember years ago when,
I love all the Backrooms ads. That's so
I know, right? Just listening to you, it knows.
That's so fun. It's like it's playing the trailer down here. It's got a banner right there of another one. I'm sorry, that was just so funny to me.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to this to see what they'll come up with, and then it's under Lionsgate, and Lionsgate has been running on all cylinders lately with their films this past year and a half.
So is Tortures of the Damned based off of something, or is this an original IP?
Hold on, cuz let me pull it up.
I think it sounds like it could be something that has happened before, but at the same time, it's just because it's a badass title, so it would be kind of weird if someone hasn't taken it yet.
Who is Ghost House?
Tortures of the Damned. No, this looks like it's original.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks original.
Who Ghost House is.
But this gets me really intrigued in the meantime.
I think it's dope, dude.
Oh, there's a book.
Oh, there's a book from 2015, but I don't know if this is it or not. If they're adapting this, But yeah, there is a book by Hunter Shea. It's a post-apocalyptic horror novel.
Ooh.
And wait, this might be it because it's set in Yonkers, New York. There you go. Damien being a Staten Island boy.
Yep.
So yeah,
it's pretty cool, man.
Maybe it is based off the book.
I mean, the partnership of him and Sam Raimi is insane already, man. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Look, Sam Raimi doesn't really do a whole bunch of like gory movies or anything like that, or like gory horror. He does like a lot of like psychological, almost like dark comedies.
And
so it's like
not working with studios like this.
Yeah, this could be big, gang. This could be big.
Gang,
I'm looking for.
It could be bigger than 28 inches.
That's what she said.
Do you want to bring home 19 inches of venom? I can't believe they marketed it like that. I'm sorry. That's a but no, yeah, this is really interesting. Sam Raimi, obviously, you know, great, fantastic director. I love a lot of his stuff. There's very few projects that I can say I don't like of his.
I mean, I know Doctor Strange 2 gets a lot of shit, but
it does, but I liked it a lot.
I liked it. You know, I know he didn't get to do what he wanted to do because it's Marvel Disney.
I think
you could tell that he wanted to push it more, but they didn't let him.
I think the only reason people didn't like it is because, honestly, I mean, everybody had issues with like the lore implications of that movie.
Yeah.
Everybody had issues with the continuity of that movie being really weird and off. But it was also just like it was such a fun movie to watch. Especially with the music battle. I will never stop talking about that music battle.
So fucking cool.
It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. They used the classic horror like theme music that everybody, you know, the bum bum bum. Fucking, it was gorgeous. Gorgeous.
I loved seeing Elizabeth Olsen when they were in the bunker. And she's just coming down the hallway after she murdered the Illuminati.
Fucking fantastic.
That was pure Evil Dead right there. Like it was like Mia and what's her name?
And that's honestly what Scarlet Witch deserves. She deserves to be like top tier horror related characters because she really is scary. She's a scary woman.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is definitely exciting. Damien Leone, Sam Raimi.
Yeah, it'll be
It
fun.
really is.
For Sam Raimi for Damien to direct.
Yeah, so like they said, it says plot details are unknown, but sources say it is different in tone from Terrifier and will be a heftier budget than Terrifier. Yeah. Oh, so let me see. And it's the first movie Damien is doing with the studio. So
okay. I'm curious.
Cool.
I'm curious,
I'm curious
what Sam Raimi like overall involvement is in this.
Probably producing it and maybe he helped with the script. Probably.
I hope writing. He's got some great ideas.
Well, I do also appreciate that he's like one of the I would say probably one of the first directors for us to see giving the opportunity to new directors to come in and do stuff with his baby, his child was Evil Dead and stuff like that. I'm sure there's other directors that have done it as well, but like Sam Raimi is like with his stuff being as big as it. I mean, Spider-Man, like him coming in, like him allowing people to come in and work on his project and expand on it, like that. I love that. I love seeing that. So, and then getting to see Damien hop onto this, it's gonna be gruesome.
Do we think that we could possibly see an Evil Dead movie directed by Damien Leone in the future?
That's what we thought was going to happen. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe if this goes well, that's a possibility. But I mean, that was Terrifier 4 too. So I'm not
saying that I want a super gore fest in Evil Dead, but I might want a super gore fest in Evil Dead. That might be something cool to see.
Well,
yeah, I mean,
we just
probably after Terrifier 4 and after Torches of the Dam.
What were you saying,
Melissa?
Oh, so as we were talking about this is a cool little segue to this. Evil Dead Wrath has just finished production. So
wow,
they haven't even announced what the summary of it is, but they have the cast that's going to be in it, and and a release date for 2028. So
yeah, I thought I saw
yeah, so the production is done for the next 2 Evil Dead movies,
which is crazy.
It is crazy. And the plot the plot's still under wraps, but the cast that has been announced is Charlotte Hope from The Nun, Jessica McNamee from The Meg, Zach Gifford from Midnight Mass, Josh Hellman from Mad Max Fury Road, Ella Newton from The Girl at the Window, Ella Oliphant from Black Snow and Elizabeth Cullen from The Clearing.
Oh, that's
And it's
Timothy Oliphant's daughter. Yeah, she's starting out to be a good actress. Yeah.
It's currently scheduled to be released in theaters in April 7th of 2028.
Hell yeah.
I'm curious how they're going to tie it all together, man. That's all I care about is like how are they going to tie all these Necronomicons together? How is it all going to fit together?
I hope that it turns out something with like people copying them, like we were talking about. Like
well, because even in trailers in Burn, it looked like a new Necronomicon, and I was like, what? I was like,
it's not the same one from. It's not the same one from
any
Rise.
of them.
It's not. Yeah.
I was like,
whoa. This is the fourth one.
Like,
this is the fourth book in the entire franchise.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because you got Ash's book in his trilogy, you got Mia's book, and you got the book from Rise.
Damn.
Yep. And then Rise set it up that it was 3 different books, and now this 4th book is being introduced. So
exactly.
So I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, because it looked black on the outside. So I don't know. Maybe someone tried to burn it. I don't know.
Well, not only that, they had the latch on it, and none of the books has ever had the latch. Well, the latches that it usually would have would like be like bone that was like etched around.
Or barbed wire.
Yeah, or barbed wire. This is like a regular leather bound latch. So. Speaking
of Necronomicons, if people are looking for a cool cookbook at the convention with Red Duke Games and all of them, they do have a Necronom Nom Nom.
Yeah.
Nom Nom Nom?
It's fantastic. And I think Dave has a copy. I can't wait to get my own.
I need a copy.
But also, this is a good point, right? So Army of Darkness had 3 books in it. Is that retconned, or 2 of those books, one's Mia's and one's the other one? Like, so
those 3 books are the 3 books of the franchise.
Okay.
Yeah, and then this one would be a new one.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see if it's a new one or not.
Oh yeah, true. Well, so I think it might be in the literal sense a new one. Like it might be someone writing out a whole new Necronomicon, like some kind of follower or something like that. Because it looks very modern. It looks way too modern.
It looks clean. And it looks cleaner than all the other ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you might be on to something with that one.
It's super interesting to see. I want to watch the trailer again sometime soon so that I can get more details on it.
My girl is in it. That's all I care about.
There we go.
She was amazing. Hey, she was amazing in Chief of War, man. So I'm excited to see. Like she had that whole seat, the head of the seat in her face, man. Like it was beautiful.
Some killer artwork in this.
Yeah, the artwork in the book is also fantastic. Support your local artists.
I think this is a special edition cover. There is a different cover that they had as well. But there's that one. They have the Lovecraft cocktails.
Oh yeah, that one's really good
that we're
too.
Using for something in the future, but I cannot say one. And then there was the Necro Munchicon, which is more like serving like party dishes and other things like that. And then they had the carols of like Christmas carols, but they were horror Christmas carols.
Yeah, it's all Lovecraftian stuff. So if anybody's into like Cthulhu and H.P. Lovecraft's works, then stuff like that would be right up your alley.
Into his work, not into him because he was a racist.
Well, yeah, no.
Yeah, no, we don't condone.
We say works because the man was horrible.
Yeah. A horrible individual. But man, hey, with these movies like this, like Obsession and Backrooms and stuff, how are you all feeling about the era of content creators, these YouTubers creating like awesome independent horror films?
Marcus, if I can, because I have to go handle something, so I apologize to everyone. I gotta hop off. But no, I really feel like I'm glad. I feel like it's Indie's time, and we can all thank Damien Leone for that, because without Terrifier, no one would pull the trigger on their independent films. And so I feel like despite what a lot of us or some of the audience may think of YouTubers doing films and whatnot, we've gotten some incredible stuff due to this, right? So I think I do think horror's coming back. I do think that indie filmmakers now are going to get more love than they ever have before. Yeah. And so so that's just my opinion on this subject. I really do, man. I really do think that the indie filmmakers are what's bringing back not only horror, but we possibly can see, honestly, other genres now coming out full force and coming out amazing. So
yeah,
Yeah.
I really hope so, man.
All right,
Because
Good night, Danny.
Much love,
be safe,
Dan.
Danny.
I didn't hate your take, but I don't agree.
You like Superman, so you're wrong.
Says the
But like
wrong
Danny
person.
said earlier, though, about
Yeah.
Indie filmmakers are showing like, hey, you don't have to break the bank to make a hit. You know what I mean? In the box office, man. Like, look at the
Yeah,
numbers.
Session with $750,000 budget.
Yeah, I mean, even with Terrifier 2, we made it for 250 and grossed nearly 16 million globally. That's unheard of, you know. Especially in that time being a pandemic film. So I'm glad that we're getting creatives, you know, like that's going against the studio system, and I hope that doesn't get me blackballed.
Honestly, just thank God for all the creators that have been putting out all this stuff on YouTube for so long and like staying true to their ideas. Because like really, like Kane Parsons wouldn't have been able to do Backrooms if he didn't fully believe in his idea enough to like basically do it on his own dime.
Yeah, I mean, even the Fuzz on the Lens guys, like
exactly, Fuzz on the Lens with Stream and everything in between. Like
they were doing their little comedy stuff, and
the
even
whole scene
Halloween
T2.
Yeah,
they did the Halloween 60 on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, so they were showing their filmmaking chops, and now look, they're behind the Terrifier franchise with Damien and the Stream. So yeah, man, I'm all for creators creating like this and creating the films. I'm against hiring, like, okay, and I've said this before in another show, I'm against hiring content creators in roles when they don't have.
Oh, you mean like,
and we're just hiring them
stuff?
Yeah, they're just getting hired because they got a huge following on.
Yeah, that can get a little mucky.
I'm against that. But
I think
creators like this creating stuff.
I think it works in certain aspects. Like Free Guy, not the greatest movie around, but whenever they showed some of the YouTubers that like, you know, are every day playing video games for people, like that was a cool little thing.
They've also acted in things before, right?
Yeah,
and they were also playing themselves. Whereas like there's people getting following, like they have large Instagram followings, they have large social media followings, and they're not actors. They didn't put in the work to be more performative in their roles, and they're just there for publicity for the movie. There's nothing wrong. Yeah, again, there's nothing wrong with creators because I mean, like Jacksepticeye was one of the people in Free Guy, and Jacksepticeye is working on an animated film, I believe, or an animated series for.
He's in several video games as well.
Yeah, he's just in the
very accomplished voice actor.
Yeah, I just got to that level.
He helped make.
I actually just downloaded it myself too, as well.
Got to that level.
he helped make this match. So. Oh, I mean, like, so, like, it really just depends, right? Like, if you're just doing it so you can have publicity for your movie, don't like that. But if these are people who are content creators and genuinely want to create art and produce it in a much broader spectrum, I think that's absolutely, because again, you have Jacksepticeye on all of his work.
Even if that's the case, I think it's even better if that's the case too, because these are people that have been building slowly and steadily their brand for the past like 10 years plus, and they're finally getting to a point in their career where they're like, I think I can actually do this in a way that I want to do it, in a way that is going to be good for people to see, especially since other people are fans of whatever the hell I'm making as well. Or even if it's an original idea like the Backrooms, like he basically just like said, oh, you know, we'll throw this at a wall and hopefully it sticks. And that was the hope for like almost 9 years, to my knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
But even with I don't know his name because I haven't seen it yet. Behind Iron Long,
Markiplier.
Like, even him taking the money that he's made off of YouTube and funding the film himself. Mad respect.
For real, Again, dude, a lot of these people are doing this stuff. Just like, and that's like one of my favorite. I don't know if you guys listen to Tyler the Creator, but oh, were you high-fiving? High five.
No, I'm fucking blurry.
But like a lot of these people
does it need to be cleaned?
No, it's out of focus. I don't know why.
Go.
Come on.
Kinda.
Stay on the hands. Stay on the hands.
No, it stopped.
That's not. I don't know what it's doing. It's fine. This is the last stop. We're wrapping up. I can just be a blur. I'm an 80s video game character.
Yeah, no, it's just like a lot of these, you know, original creators are doing a lot of this stuff with their own money. And like my favorite Tyler the Creator quote is, you know, just make it. Even if it's like you're like, oh, I don't think it's going to be ready yet, just make it. And once it's done, once you're done making it, put it out there, because you will genuinely never know until it sticks. You know, you'll throw that thing at the wall until it does eventually stick.
So do you feel like they're saving horror right now?
Oh yeah, big time.
Well, I mean, because you have Curry Barker with
Saving
Obsession,
and
you have Fire with
reinventing.
Iron Lung, you have
I think
have I don't remember the name of the gentleman behind the Backrooms, but I mean they're all hitting. They're all hit. I mean, again, like not that Star Wars is in its strongest as of right now, but I mean it's Star Wars, right? You're gonna have people going to see stuff. If Star Wars is losing in the box office to an independent horror film, that's like that. I do feel like that's still saying something. Again, Star Wars is definitely not hot right now, as in comparison to like when the Skywalker, like when the sequel trilogy was coming out a couple of years prior. But that is a feat. That is something you can brag about. Like you get a little pin that says, "I made a movie that did better than a Star Wars movie opening weekend." Like that's like put that on a T-shirt. Like that's something you live with for the rest of your life, because that is that's amazing. And I haven't seen the movie. I haven't seen the Backrooms yet. I might currently be in the Backrooms, as you can see.
He's just gonna drop out. And
I know we felt like that when Terrifier came out, like because we went up against Halloween Kills.
Yeah.
So, but we crushed it opening weekend.
Yeah.
We beat out Halloween Kills. Actually, I think we beat it out for like 2 or 3 weeks straight, if I'm not mistaken. So.
Well, and Terrifier too. I mean, like Terrifier on the budget that it had, and then also dealing with COVID, and then blowing the box office out of the water, because what it was like 13 million globally or something like that.
16.
16. Okay, yeah, like that. Like that's insane. That isn't like absolutely insane, especially from a recovering pandemic. Like that's quite impressive. I mean, and then you have Stream afterwards, which didn't get the publicity, but when we went to the convention, there are people there, like half.
Oh yeah. I think one of the main things I said the whole weekend was like, I didn't know Stream had such a following, because like relatively you don't hear about it much, because in this area I guess it doesn't, we don't see that a whole bunch, and obviously there aren't a whole bunch of conventions around us that people are going to be dressing up in their Stream shirts and Stream cosplays and whatnot. But like there were cosplayers, there were people wearing the shirts, there were people, like mad people going up to the lines and stuff for autographs. It was really, really cool to see. And I was just like, I was sitting there, I was like, damn, I really didn't, like, I know it did well, but I didn't know it was like this wide already. Like
it took a little time because we weren't in the theater as long as like Terrifier.
Yeah.
And also you went up against Romulus. Like that's
that was a tough bill. That was a tough bill.
So I'm glad that we're slowly but surely like gaining traction and people are discovering it. And I'm hoping like the game will even make people go back and watch the movie more.
I think it will.
Coming out.
I think it will, because we had people who were not that they're not into horror because they were at a horror convention, but not super into horror in that way, and they're like they were there playing and they loved it for the board game, at like what we were doing with it as a board game. And I said it to Tom, because he was looking at like success is like, well, we're the only people here that have formed a crowd so large that it's actually stopped traffic.
Yeah,
we had
there were people
crowded around us, watching us play the game. Like, and that happened for quite a while. So like, Stream. Like, I mean, it's a new board game. Obviously, like people are going to be drawn into like people playing a board game. But like the fact that we have people coming in, there's like, I just really love the movie, and they all seem super excited to find out that we are going to be having a board game come out based off of the movie, because just the movie is so interesting and so unique. And then to have that as a way to play as well, like it's awesome. Independent.
Now let's get these two into the movie now.
We can't even say how many like times we were like, oh no, we're gonna be in the next one.
We wish.
Due to things we can't share, I doubt it. But it'd be cool.
I think there's
hit our line, Fuzz.
They all loved you. I mean, they all loved you there. Like,
well, even I got to have such a nice time just like actually interacting with all the crew and whatnot, and like Michael, Jason, unfortunately, I can't remember her name, but player 3 and player
Liana.
4 as well. Yeah, like
Liana.
they were awesome. They were
Liana and
absolutely,
Marcy,
they were
yeah.
so nice. They,
Mhm.
whenever I was in character, they were complimenting the hell out of me. Whenever I was out of character, they were like, "Wow, you were doing awesome out there." I was like, "Wow, thank you. That means a lot." Like, really. And yeah, it was just, I got to, interact with these people and just see, kind of how they are. And like, I got to meet Michael, Jason, and other Marcus whenever we did a different thing. But yeah, no, it was so nice. I congratulated Michael again on the success of stream, because seeing it like in person was just, it was overwhelming. I was like, wow, this is really cool. I can't believe I get to at least be some part of this, because it's really interesting. The universe is really cool. And from what I hear about a certain project that they're doing, it's going to be cool. It's going to be really, really neat.
They're working on some things.
But yeah, we got to sit on the panel as well. That was also really, really, really cool. Yeah, we got brought up into the
I fell asleep right before that.
But yeah, no, and people.
It was.
Yeah, because I was sitting on the floor. I was sitting on the floor, and it was so hot. I passed out.
It was a very small room, and like it was packed. There was like rows of people standing, because like I was in the back of 3 rows of people standing because of how many people were in the room for the panel. And then Lukas and all of them ended up getting separated from us, and we're in a back box in the little cubby in the wall. And yeah, it was hot. It was really stuffy in that room. But I mean, it really just goes to show you, because like people were like still coming in halfway through. It was like, the stream panel.
Yeah, that, and just like, even like I think I was standing behind Steve, Mr. Cameraman, for a while. And he was like, "Oh, I don't want to be in front of you. We want to show you guys off." And as the room filled, I just got pushed further and further back.
Yeah, and I was just hiding I was in the nook. I literally was in the nook, just like sitting there. I just nodded.
I think that was what Rye was doing as well. She was off sitting behind me, just in a closet. Like that's
basically what it was.
It's like, this is a really good panel. I mean, it was a hell of a time. It was such a great, hilarious panel, and it was very interesting.
It was even great to see the guy get that award.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Oh yeah. Oh,
the dad. He played the dad with the white hair that was drunk.
He played Felissa Rose's husband. Why am I?
Daniel Robot.
Yeah. He won a horror achievement award that looks just like him on it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, Daniel, man, he's awesome.
It was
so funny too. Yeah. Oh my gosh,
just naturally funny. Just naturally
so goddamn funny the whole time.
The first thing he says, like, I am not and have never been a communist. Like, all right, we're in for it.
Yeah, I think honestly, the answer that I would probably give to the whole like, are YouTubers saving horror? I would say it's more so it's just independent creators are saving horror, because it really just goes to show that if you give these people like almost no limitations on what their idea can be, they can only not really only, because there are some bad projects out there. I will not say that every project is gold and everything that independent creators is the magic on the street, but nah, it's like if you let people have the free reign over what they want to make, a lot of the time they will come back with a project that really means something and that is really put together in one of the best ways possible, because you have all these studio heads interfering and telling you like, oh, this isn't gonna work, and I don't think test audiences would like that, and this and that, and like, granted, test audiences are valid for certain projects, but for truly like creator driven like stuff, especially like horror and indie movies and comedy and stuff like that, it's best just kind of left to the creators. Sometimes they can go a little far, but it's all in service of the project and seeing what's inside of these people's minds.
Well, one thing
go ahead, Melissa. I'm sorry.
No, you go first. I'll go after.
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm hoping more investors, EPs and stuff are like, hey, this is where it's at. These are true filmmakers that's not, like you said, Lukas, bogged down by the system.
Yeah.
And they're getting their visions out there. He said the man.
A24 is also just like rocking it with their independent creators.
Yeah. So. And like even with someone like A24, like who is taking over kind of right now, even though they're still kind of independent of me. And then like they still allow independent, even though they acquired the projects, they still allow independent filmmakers to make these projects, So
to go back to Obsession, I mean, like not that. I mean, it's a good movie, but it's not technically independent because it's being distributed by Universal.
But
I mean, like in its own right, like it feels like an independent film when you're watching. I mean, I'll Heel Danny here to talk sissy about my movie, but I do get what you're saying too, because I get not technically an independent film, but it feels independent. It feels. I mean, I guarantee the budget was what, $750,000 as well. So I mean, very much an independent budget, as opposed to certain like so many other films. And I think independent creators are hopefully coming back in like a big way, as we are seeing right now, and it's going to stay around because even I would say, with a few exceptions, like because there's definitely probably some those god awful independent films out there that we've never even seen from the depths of all creation. But I think even your worst independent horror film or independent film in general is going to be probably way better than anything that a studio is going to take charge in. Because
that also depends, because there's good movies all around.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's just the message: give creators more control, especially if it's projects that they're obviously passionate about. Like Obsession couldn't have been as good as we, most of us think it was. I think it was a really perfectly made movie. Everything made sense to me. Again, I don't agree with Danny's take, but I accept it. But no, like you can't have those movies without that like very straightforward passion of I want to do this. If I can't do it this way, I'm going to be unhappy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Struggle love you now. Well, the one thing I worry about with the YouTube creators, like for the simple fact, like I want to know if it's that person that's actually doing it or the team behind them that's writing it. Because now you got to worry about these YouTube creators that think they're making great movies and they're just using AI, or they have a whole other creative team behind them that are doing this shit and they're just taking the credit for it. So,
well, luckily some of that, they are the writers. Like Curry is a writer first.
Yeah.
And like he went to school for writing and acting first. So.
Yeah. And the other cool thing is he was able to sell the movie too. He decided to sell it and like it be its own thing, and rather than keep it in his back pocket and keep on expanding.
And just like that, Curry Barker is retired.
Yeah, right. Right. Like me personally, I want him to expand on Milk and Cereal because I feel like that would be awesome.
Yeah, that would actually be cool to see.
Go watch it. I wish we had a link to pop up, but go watch it. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, Milk and Cereal was great. So, well, that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad everyone joined.
Do we do ginger snaps?
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
No, ginger snaps.
Thank you, Melissa. Thank you. So ginger snaps, man. Oh shit! Tab, but yeah, it looks like it's getting adapted into a series. Is that what it is, Melissa?
Yes, it's going to be a TV series, and it's going to be a fresh update from the movie's director. So I'm pulling up my information because I had it up 2 seconds ago.
So what is it? I've never heard of Ginger Snaps.
Oh, Ginger Snaps, it's great. It's like a cult movie. Like my best friend, she is obsessed with Ginger Snaps. And like I didn't see it until probably maybe 10, 15 years ago, but it's been out for a long time. So basically what it is, it's basically like not a vampire, a werewolf type movie where these two girls are best friends in like high school, and the one girl actually is turning into like a werewolf because it's from her period, like that's where she's she was first attacked or something and bitten by a creature, and then all this stuff starts to happen, and she realizes her sister's turning into the werewolf. So that's where she figure out like her condition might be like forever.
And this was a movie.
This was a movie. There's actually 2 movies. There's Ginger Snaps and then Ginger Snaps Part 2.
3.
Is there 3? Okay. But yeah, so the first movie came out in 2000. The second movie was Ginger Snaps 2 Unleashed in 2020 or 2004. And then there was a prequel, which was Ginger Snaps The Beginning, that came out the very same year as the second movie. So like I said, it's, you know, the sister is basically like an emo chick. She's obsessed with death and all this other stuff, and she gets attacked by the creature and turned into this werewolf, and it's basically like the tale of that.
My sisters are Irish twins as well.
Nice.
Oh.
But if you ever get to watch it, it's actually a really, really good movie, and I'm kind of interested to see how they're going to turn it into a TV series because let's see.
Now, is it
It
in the
first was
same
announced.
universe, or is it like a reboot, prequel? What?
Let me see. Well, so the first news of this happened 6 years ago that it was coming out as a TV series, but then
fresh update.
yeah. So this is from Dread Central. They had caught up with director John Fawcett and got a fresh update, and it looks like the long story short, it sounds like it's very much still in the works, so it's going to be coming out.
To be fair, The Boys movie was announced like in 2006 or something, and then the show came out in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I can definitely see why that had such a long timeline.
Yeah, and one of the reasons why it's getting more like word about it's coming out again is because the original movie just got released on 4K, so you can grab that copy and from Lionsgate. Trying to see what other news we got with this.
I can't remember the name of the actress, the main actress from Ginger Snap, who's also in Supernatural.
Karen Walton.
No.
Starred Emily Perkins and Kathleen Isabel.
Yeah.
Isabel played Ginger, and
she was also in American Mary with the Sausage Sisters, and
underrated actress. Extremely underrated actress.
Check her out, and if you haven't watched the series, the Hannibal series, Hannibal Lecter series.
Oh yeah, that's a good.
She
show.
was
she in that as well.
Yeah, she was Mason Berger's sister in that. And she was great. Yeah, she was great.
She was also for the small part she had in Supernatural. She was really good at going from like she's in 2 episodes. One episode she was a frantic like damsel in distress, and then in the second episode you see her, which is like maybe like at the end of the same season, she's killing motherfuckers, including children, and she has no qualms about it. And it was she's again just a severely underrated actress.
Yeah.
So if she were to return to, I haven't seen the movie, but she lived and is to return to the TV series, I would probably go watch the movies and then watch the show, because I assume we're also going to talk about it on here when it comes out.
Yeah, I forgot she was in Freddy vs. Jason. She was the drunk.
Oh, she was.
Yeah.
She was
the alcoholic friend.
Yeah, I'm blanking on that character's name.
Yeah.
She was
the one whose boyfriend got folded up.
Yeah.
By Jason.
I didn't feel bad that happened at all. I saw the movie as a kid and I felt bad. But as an adult, I was like, yeah, he's kind of a dick. He kind of deserved it.
Yeah. Sweet. Well, now that's
now we're there. Now we're there. My camera gave up way too
We
early.
made it.
So yeah, we will see y'all next week. And shit. Hope everybody is safe and have a good rest of the day. And
hopefully we'll see you on Friday for Geekly.
Yeah, it's Geekly this week.
Don't
We're
know
going to be
what we're
discussing some
talking about.
It was vampires.
Vampires,
we're talking vampire stuff,
apparently.
Yeah, we're doing vampire stuff.
We're getting glitter body paint.
Since the vampire Lestat is coming out, we're talking vampires. So
yeah,
which is exciting. This seems like a fun little show. Which I think it's a show, right?
I like
it's TV series.
I like the show. It's different from the books, different from the movie, but yeah, I love.
It's actually pretty good. I actually just finished, because I first watched it when the Interview with the Vampire series came out I watched like the first 3 or 4 episodes, and because I was such a diehard movie fan for Interview with the Vampire, it was hard for me to watch. But then last year, me and my manager were watching it at the end of the season and got really into it. And now I'm like really excited because even when I read the books, I couldn't read the first one because I had watched the Kristen Dunst Interview with the Vampire so many times that it was embedded in my brain. But I read, I read all the books. And when Queen of the Dam came out, I was so pissed because the simple fact is they tried to condense 2 long books into one movie, and like, to me, wrecked it. The actor was cool, Aaliyah was cool, but they could have done so much more with that movie. But now I'm excited
because that on Geekly on Friday.
Yeah, we'll go through it on then. But
before we go, I do want to shout out that's not the thing. How did Danny do it? No, QR code. No, I soiled myself. No.
Hey, 420. One of these days we'll talk about werewolf movies, man, because that's my favorite.
Yeah, we'll get back. Well, I think we did talk about werewolf movies at one point, but we'll have to do another run through because I've watched a few more since then. So
and there's definitely more out there coming out anyway. So
there it is.
All right, guys. Before we wrap, I was going to say, everybody's still here. If you have not supported the Game Found for our board game, please go do so. We are like officially launched as of this weekend. We just came back from the convention. We are all very exhausted. But we wanted to be on here for you guys, and we wanted to let you guys know a little bit about the convention. We're going to talk about it more next weekend when we have a little bit more time to catch our bearings. Because there was a lot of cool people there. We got a lot of cool shit that we got to show you pictures of. We like the one guy, I can't remember his name, Space something, but like he gave us a bunch of black light glow in the dark shit.
Of cool we got a lot of cool ideas coming out too.
Yes.
Like we really kind of like went into our creative space for this little con.
Conventions are like the best place to do that. But thank you everybody so much for watching. Please go support the Game Found. We all very much appreciate it. And
if you can't support it, share it around. I'm sure you'll find
like, share, follow, comment, give us all your followings.
Actually.
And give us some ideas for next week, because the con probably won't take up the whole show.
Oh, we'll find news. Trust me. I think Scary Movie comes out next week, right? Next Friday.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah. Spoiler-free discussion on that.
Already. Seeing it next Saturday.
Yep. Right. So, see you guys.
We love you guys. Thank you to everyone who popped in